Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Aaron with the whatever podcast I decided to put this on. Fates on the Rock or Arkansas Gridiron Today or whatever I decide to upload this to. So basically, this is just this is just a frustration, letting out some anger, ranting video. Look, I have a team in every sport. I have, of course, the Razorbacks are my number one college team. I'm a Cowboy fan. I'm a Chicago Bulls fan. And to a lesser extent, I'm a Cleveland Browns fan too, except when they play the Cowboys. But and that was my own fault. I'm the one that put myself in that position about rooting for that team. That franchise is a dumpster fire and a joke, and it's never going to get better. But I have a thing for underdogs, I guess. But I was born to be a Razorback fan. That's what you are when you live in Arkansas. You're born a Razorback fan. And as far as the Cowboys go, I grew up a Cowboys fan because my dad's a Cowboys fan, and I feel like it was ingrained in me at a young age, and I've never let go. I'm not one of those people that lets go of teams. If I'm a fan of yours, I'm a fan of yours for life, either good or bad. But my God, has the bad been so bad lately. And then the Chicago Bulls, who normally, I again, like every other team, I grew up in the 90s. I'm a Michael Jordan. He's my guy. Michael's the man. But I was born with that thought in my head as a kid, that if I'm a fan of a team, I'm not going to turn on them. So when Jordan retired and Scottie Pippen left and the whole country outside of Chicago decided, well, I'm not going to root for that team anymore because I'm a bandwagon fan, I wasn't. And I've stayed a fan. And there's been a couple of years since then I've been proud to be a Bulls fan. But for most of the time, for the last 29 years, it's been total garbage after total garbage. And I don't know what to say, but at this point, I'm just so sick of losing. I am just so sick of losing. I can't remember the last time I've gotten to watch one of my teams win. And I went to my father's house last night to watch the basketball team play at Michigan State. And I know all the fans of this state, all the people in this fan base, this Razorback fan base, oh, it's just game 2, and it'll be okay. It's a good lesson for them. It'll help them in the long run. Shove that shit up your ass. Because if you look at the schedule that Cal put together, and I'm not knocking Cal, I love Cal, but if you look at the schedule he put together, this was the easiest of those big games. Michigan State went to the Elite 8 last year. This is not the same team that went to the Elite 8 last year. This team's not going to make anywhere near that kind of run this year. Of all the teams in the schedule, we got Louisville, we got a top 15 Louisville, we got a top 5 Duke, we got top 5 Houston, we got a top 10 Texas Tech. And then, of course, a bunch of games that we'll probably win handily, and everybody will go, oh, what a great team we are. But if we can't beat Michigan State, I don't care where the game's played. This team didn't get beat because Michigan State was just better or because we still got stuff to learn. That's one thing. We blew this fucking game, people. We blew the game. Arkansas blew the game. Michigan State didn't win that game. Arkansas gave it to them on a silver platter. Now, some of the officiating was atrocious, but at the end of the day, the officiating, unlike the Mississippi State game last week in football, the officiating had nothing to do with the loss. They were bad, but they weren't the reason we lost. No, this team choked. And as usual, as always, I can't remember, when's the last time we had a team that could shoot the damn ball? How many threes did we put up last night? 28 three-pointers. 28 three-pointers. This reminds me of the Baylor game last year. Second game of the year against the top 10 team, although Michigan State's nowhere near that good as Baylor was last year. But top 10 team, that was a neutral site, but it was technically a home game. I mean, Baylor is in Dallas, so Baylor was a lot closer. But we just kept jacking up 3 after 3 after 3 after 3, and none of them were falling, and they just didn't quit shooting, and we lost the game by like 5. You drive to the basket, you get fouled, you hit your free throws, you win that game. Last night, you drive to the basket more, you hit your layups, or you get fouled to go to the free throw line, you win the damn game. We lost by 3. And I don't know how many threes we missed. I didn't look up the numbers. I don't care. But I know we shot 28 of them. 28 three-pointers. And there wasn't nearly enough going in to justify shooting that damn many. Nowhere near enough. I'm just so tired of losing. Football hasn't won a game in 2 months. They play on the 15th of November. When they kick off that game, I had the math in my head the other earlier, but I think I've forgotten it now. But it would have been well over like 63 or 70 days or something, some ridiculous shit like that since the last win. And we ain't going to Baton Rouge and beating LSU. We'll find a way to blow that one too. We'll stay in the game. We'll be right there and give them a chance to win and blow that one too. Because the players suck. The defensive players especially, although I will say they've played better the last couple of weeks, but still. I'm not blaming Petrino like a lot of you are. A lot of you are dumbasses that want to get Petrino out of there and think hiring some young jumbo nobody from fucking Tulane is going to change things. It's not. It's not. You need a coach that can win in the SEC. Petrino has proven he can win in the SEC. James Franklin has proven he can win in the SEC. Ryan Satterfield, or whatever the hell his name is, from Memphis, couldn't beat Tulane the other night. And yet that's the guy a lot of people are wanting? Really? Or the guy from Tulane, who came in with a 6-3 record and lost to a couple of nobodies. That's the guy you want? I've even heard the guy from Army. Army. Look, I have nothing but love for the Army. And Army football, I follow them pretty religiously. I watch just about all their games. But at the end of the day, that guy is not SEC coaching material. He's not going to get the job done in the SEC. You cannot run the triple option in the SEC and be successful. It just ain't happening. You might win a game or two, surprising some people, but eventually people will figure it out and you will be screwed. So I don't know what these people are smoking that thinks that they could just plug in some young Joe Blow nobody from a mid-major conference and they're going to win in the SEC. I don't want to be somebody's fucking guinea pig. Do I know that Petrino can get the job done again? Actually, I don't. I don't know that. But I know he's done it before, so he's proven he can. You give him a top flight DC, I think he could. I know James Franklin can. Everybody's going to bitch about his top 10 record. You know what? You go 8-4, 9-3 at Arkansas, and you're getting a statue built outside. We're not Penn State. So, can he get that here? Yeah, he can get that here. He can get us to a major bowl. Every 4 years or so, he can get us in the playoffs. He damn sure can. Petrino can. But no, this fan base is just so okay with losing that they don't care. Just like the basketball, the fans last night after the basketball game. It'll be okay. It's game 2. It's blah, blah, blah. We got a long way to go. And they're a young team. That's our favorite phrase. They're a young team. We've been saying that since 1996. Since 1996, we've been saying, they're a young team. It'll be okay. We'll get better. There's always next year. Am I saying the season's over? No, but I'm saying we're certainly not going to get a high seed in the tournament because I don't think if we could beat an average at best Michigan State team who knew, they knew, people, watched that game again and they knew we were the better team. They freaking knew it. That's why they were celebrating so hard. That's why they were jumping on the court and falling on the floor if they had just won a national goddamn title after beating number 14 Arkansas game 2 of the season. They know we're the better team. And we gave it to them. They know they didn't deserve that win. But we gave it to them. That's why their damn fan base was so fucking annoying last night. That's why Tom Izzo was acting like he was 30 years old again. If I'm John Calipari, I'm telling him he's a friend. I'm telling him to go fuck himself. The way he reacted and acted during that game. We got a coach that's stoic, that does his job. That jackass who had nothing but respect for until last night was just acting like he had just won his 5th national title or something. It's game 2, you dipshit. And they're celebrating so hard because they know this is the only big win they're going to get this year. They're not beating Kentucky, which is their next big game. They're not beating North Carolina. They're not. And they know they're not. But we're Arkansas. We're everybody's get-well game. We're everybody's chance to have a big win. Why? Because we don't win big games. Between the Razorbacks and the Cowboys, and then the Bulls. The Bulls started off the season 6-0, or 5-0. It's like 5-0. Didn't get to watch a single game. Watched game 6 against the Knicks, they got blown out. Didn't get to watch the next game, they won to get to 6-1. Watched them Friday night against Milwaukee, they lost again. Last night against the Cavaliers, blew a big lead, lost again. I'm so fucking tired of losing. Why do I not get to watch a win? When is the last time? I'm trying to remember. Obviously, the football team was in September. The basketball team, I didn't get to watch the Southern game. I don't really count that one anyway. It's Southern. The Cowboys had to be the Washington game, and that's been almost a month ago. I haven't watched the Bulls win yet. I mean, I just don't get it. Forget the Browns. God, they can't remember the last time they won a game. I guess the Packers? Well, no, they won 2. So I don't even remember what the second one was. It was the Packers and then the Dolphins. That's who it was. The Packers and the Dolphins. Who beat Buffalo today, by the way, and a little turn off. But that just shows how crazy the NFL is. Buffalo just beat Kansas City last week. They're all on the high. They go to Miami and just get waxed by the Dolphins. The 2-7 Dolphins. But man, I'm so tired of losing. I'm so tired of it. It just eats away at you after a while. If you're a fan, if you're truly a fan that gives a damn, which a lot of fans don't. Just to be honest with you, a lot of fans don't care. A lot of fans pretend they do and they don't. They just go on about their business. Doesn't bother me. I wish I could be that way. I'm not knocking them. Hell, I wish I could be that way. But I can't. I get way too into it, and I care way too much. And I get really, really frustrated. Cowboys didn't even play today, and I'm frustrated. Why? Because the Browns blew a game they should have won against the Jets. And I'm already sitting here. It's freaking the first full week of November, and I'm already sitting here doing scoreboard watching to try to see if the Cowboys have a chance to make a run for playoffs. I don't get it. I don't understand why I'm not allowed to celebrate. I'm not allowed to have fun. What did this fan base, and not that I'm necessarily for the Arkansas fan base at this point, but what did the Arkansas fan base, the Cowboy fans, what do we do to deserve this shit? We've been through some bad seasons before, man, but good God, 7 losses in a row. But I'll even say the Auburn game was a 1-score game. They didn't go up by 9 until right at the end of the game when it was pretty much over. So 6 of those 7 losses were about 1 score. It's just so frustrating. How do we not get it? How do we not one damn time? How can we not do it? How can we not get a win one damn time? 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row, a team comes into Fayetteville with no conference wins and leaves with their first. And we're still stuck here winless. And for that, you get to go on the road to Baton Rouge, on the road to Austin, and home to play Missouri, who you haven't beaten since freaking Kennedy was in office. It seems like. They lost a heartbreaker to A&M yesterday, so they're going to be motivated to win out because they still need to win out. I think to have a shot. I think if they win out and get to 10, they might have a shot. Or excuse me, 9-3, they might have a shot at getting the playoffs. They're certainly going to come to Fayetteville motivated. If I remember their schedule right, they got, I believe, Kentucky before they come to Fayetteville. They get a bye week in Kentucky, so they're going to come to Fayetteville at 8-3, chance to get to 9 wins and have another 10-win season. Missouri with a chance for 3 straight 10-win seasons, and we're sitting here at 2-7, 7 straight losses after sneaking in 6-6 last year. If we didn't have Louisiana Tech at the end of the year last year, we'd have went 5-7. We'd have 3 straight bowlless years. We snuck into the Liberty Bowl last year because we got Louisiana Tech at the right time. And even that game was miserable. I was there. That game sucked. That was a game that we had, we probably shouldn't have won. They outplayed us. They had more heart than we did that day. And they were coming in at 3-7. They weren't going to a bowl. They played with more heart that day than we did. Luckily, we had better athletes than they did. That's why we won the game. I'm so tired of hearing we can't win here. Because you can win here. But people don't want to admit it. People don't ever want to admit it. We want to play victim and be poor little Arkansas. Everybody's lovable little losers. Are we lovable losers in basketball? No, the whole world hates us in basketball because we got John Calipari. And I'm fine with that. If you go out and win the games, I prefer it that way. But you got to go out and win. And beat Southern doesn't count. We get blown out by Duke on Thanksgiving, and then all of a sudden people will still be saying, oh, it's early in the year, it'll be okay. Because you don't really give a damn. This fan base doesn't care. The last video I did like this was right after the baseball team got eliminated, and it said it ultimately doesn't matter. And I think the title of it was ultimately doesn't matter. And I said I was done. I was done with Arkansas Athletics. I wasn't going to let them get it to me anymore. You know what? It's like a sickness. The definition of insanity. Arkansas fans were all insane because we do the same thing every year. Every year we get ourselves hyped up. Every year we give ourselves hope. And then every year the athletic department just rips our hearts out. Year after year after year after year after year, and we just keep coming back. Keep coming back for more. Because we always tell ourselves, this is what I tell myself, oh, when it does happen, it'll be so much sweeter. The Cubs did it. It took 108 years for the Cubs to finally win a World Series again. I don't know about you people, but I won't be alive in 108 years. And I'm not even asking for a national championship. I'll take getting to the playoffs at this point. I'll take being one of the last 12 teams playing. I'll take making a run. But we can't do that either. That's asking too much. Same with the Cowboys. I'm not asking for another Super Bowl at this point. I would love one. But no, let's just get to one. Can we just get to one? Or for that matter, hell, I'll do you one better. Can we just get to the NFC title game? Can we just please get to the NFC title game? That's all I'm asking. If we can't get to the Super, if asking to get to the Super Bowl, Jerry, is too damn much, can we please just get to the NFC title game? Would that be doable? At some point in my lifetime, just getting back to the NFC title game. I don't understand why 30 years. It's been 61 years since the football team won the national title in 64. 61 years. Cowboys, it has been 30 years since you've played in the NFC title game. And Razorbacks basketball, it's been 30 years, 31 years, well, 30 years since you played for the national title. Which, hell, now I'll take that right now, too. Do I think they still could this year? Yeah, I'm not that naive, I do. But last night pissed me off so bad, I'm not giving them my confidence anymore. I'm not giving them my confidence. If it happens, great. But I'm not going to sit here and say I expect it, or I plan on it, or I think they will, because no. There was no excuse to lose to Michigan State last night. There was no excuse to lose to Michigan State last night. Just like there was no excuse to the football team to lose to Auburn and Mississippi State. You win those two games, you're going into Baton Rouge next week at 4-5. You know how fired up I would be at that point? And instead, we're sitting here going in at 2-7. 2-7. Look at the basketball schedule. They'll go into Thanksgiving 5-1. Everybody like, oh, their only loss is a 2-point loss or 3-point loss to Michigan State and East Lansing. It's okay. Until they get hammered by Duke on Thanksgiving. And then their very next game is against top 10 Louisville. They lose that one too. It's only, oh, they're 5-3, and all three of the good teams they play, they've lost to. I'm so frustrated, and I'm so tired of losing, and I'm so tired of it being okay. I'm so tired of people telling me that it's okay. I'm so tired of fan bases, of both. You know what? The Cowboy fan base isn't that way. Cowboy fan base wants to fire you after one loss, but so they're the kind of the extreme opposite of Arkansas fans. Arkansas fans don't care. They don't care. They're perfectly fine losing. Those same dipshits that after Akiva Valoy blew that LSU game. He fucking blew it, guys. He's the reason we ended up losing the game. We came back twice, had to come back twice, came back and took the lead in the top of the ninth inning, an elimination game that we had to have to keep our season alive. They hit a tailor-made double play ball to him. And instead he goes to third. Gives the next guy a chance, boom, 2-run double, game over, season over. What a great year he had. I don't care. What did it ultimately get us? Didn't get us a damn thing. We didn't even make it to the final series. But I'm told I'm not a real fan because I'm not just kissing their ass after a loss. I'm so frustrated, and I'm so tired of it, and I'm so done with it. It's all the time, people. It's all the time. I don't know what to do at this point. Like, it's like we're supposed to be okay losing, and if we're not okay losing, then we're not a real fan. I'm sitting here right now in a Razorback hoodie and a Razorback baseball cap. You can't see me, but I am. I've spent all day trying to rack my head around how we have a chance to beat LSU next week. Yet I'm not a real fan because I'm actually, not happy losing 7 in a row. I'm not happy with Sam Pittman's worthless fucking roster he put together on defense. People are still blaming this on Petrino when Petrino is doing the best he can. No coach could have come in with this defensive roster and done what Petrino's done. Yes, those first 2 games he was here against Tennessee and A&M, they sucked. After that, they got better. They got generally better each week after that. People don't want to see it, though, because they don't want Petrino here. I'm frustrated, but it is what it is. It's the Razorbacks, it's the Cowboys. Just because I'm used to it doesn't mean I'm okay with it. My chest is pounding right now. I'm still sitting here going, the Cowboys didn't lose today. Razorbacks didn't lose yesterday. They were both on buys this week. And I'm still sitting here going, why can't we get a win? And then I thought, going into the weekend, that's okay. Basketball's going to get a big win and make everything okay. And they didn't. They blew it. They choked away the game. A fucking senior in Trevor Brazil played one of the worst games of his career. The freshman kept us in the game. And Cuffin Thomas kept us in the game. They gave us a chance. But Trevor Brazil fouls out with 5 or 6 minutes to go and does absolutely nothing. It wasn't the young guys. I was it's a tough road environment. First game, young team. It wasn't the young players that cost us the game. Just very few people think you're going to listen to this, and I don't care. This is a good little therapy session for me, but if you did listen to it, I appreciate it. Thank you. I wish I could sit and say it's okay, it'll get better, but I really don't think it will, because I'm kind of at that point now where I'm just there's no reason to think that. No reason to think it's going to get better. This fan base is so stupid. This athletic department is so stupid. They're going to go out and hire some Joe Blow nobody as a head coach for football. It's not going to get any better. Basketball is going to continue to lose big games. They'll be the dog shit out of bad teams and make people that don't have a brain think that they're back, and then they'll lose to good teams. But anyway, thank you for listening. I'll catch you guys next time, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. Talk to you later.